Save. A car accident can shatter your world, but at Jacoby & Myers, we want to help you get back to where you were before. Taking on insurance companies, hospital bills, medical care, whatever you need to get back to the life you love. Jacoby & Myers, because everyone deserves justice.
At Pechanga Resort Casino, you can rock and roll, sip and slide, twist and shout. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino.
Raiders Cowboys, Sunday at 3 on KTLA 5.
Now at 4, a concerning surge in burglaries in the San Fernando Valley, targeting homes and businesses. Now police announced 2 significant arrests. Good afternoon. This is the KTLA 5 News at 4. I'm Samantha Cortese.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sandra Mitchell.
The LAPD is announcing 2 key suspects linked to some of the crime spree that has put people and business owners on edge.
KTLA's Ktla Dt joining us live. She's in Valley Village with the latest on the break-ins and some of the arrests now. Angelique.
Samantha and Sandra, we are live in front of Valley Village Pharmacy. I spoke to the owner earlier today. He didn't want to go off camera. Frankly, he was just too overwhelmed and frazzled. But he did tell me this was the 3rd time in just 6 months his business was broken into. You can see behind me the boards up where thieves smashed in and got away with $5,000 worth of medications. This here just one of 5 burglaries overnight here in the Valley. As a wave of burglaries and hot prowls continues to strike the San Fernando Valley south of the 101, LAPD Interim Chief Dominic Choi giving a major update on Tuesday.
About a week and a half ago, there was 2 significant arrests that were made.
Announcing the arrest of 2 people on suspicion of burglary and robbery involving a firearm, who police say are well known to them, but stopped short at releasing their identities.
They were arrested with various things such as costumes, construction outfits, materials to cover their identity, their face.
While it's the first break in a string of cases since police upped their presence across the valley,
Absolutely contributing and making impact on the burglary and hot prowl problems up in this area.
It didn't help 5 business owners left picking up the pieces this morning. Valley Village Pharmacy, Sun Valley Pharmacy, Tech Dt, a computer repair shop, and Sneaker Hustle, both in Canoga Park. Police believe those 2 are related and have 1 suspect in custody. But perhaps the most jarring, the Coco Tobacco in Arleta, where dramatic video shows would-be thieves driving a stolen car into the store, only to find the owner and employees still inside and who sprang into action, throwing a mop bucket at the suspect, one of 2 arrested on scene. As small businesses and homeowners literally fight back against the wave of theft.
Completely fed up with all of the crime that has been going on.
Jen Lester, who goes by Stun Gun Jen, is a self-protection expert and says the law isn't written in their favor.
Self-defense law is about defending yourself. It is not about defending property in a store or a business. It's different if people are breaking into your home.
Now, if you choose to take matters into your own hands while you're at home, Jen advises staging your home, looking for things that could potentially be a weapon, like a heavy vase or a bookend, or something non-lethal like pepper spray. For now, they're reporting live here in Valley Village. Angelique Dt, I'll send it back to you over in Hollywood.
Angelique, thank you. Arraignment is scheduled today for a man suspected of trying to kill a woman at a metro station in Pasadena. Juan Pablo Flores is charged with attempted murder in last week's attack. Prosecutors say Flores randomly attacked the woman, threw her onto the tracks, then onto the 210 freeway. That metro station is along the center median of the freeway. If convicted, he can get a maximum of life in prison.
All right, here is your chance to help improve safety on LA's metro system. Applications now being taken to be on Metro's Public Safety Advisory Committee. Transit officials are looking for people who regularly ride Metro and have experience in homelessness or social services, victims' rights, and mental health. The panel will start serving on the committee's monthly meeting in February. You can find an application on Metro's website.
A new push for justice in the death of actor Johnny Wachter in downtown LA. Wachter's mother joined Councilman Kevin De Leon and other local leaders outside City Hall. Wachter was shot to death as he left work at a downtown bar on May 25th. Last week, the LAPD released images of 3 people believed to have been involved with the deadly shooting. Rally organizers hope to spread awareness about the new evidence. His mother says it's about bringing her son's killer to justice.
I'm asking that anybody that knows anything, please come forward. It will help me and his brothers in our healing to know that they've been captured and convicted, and the strongest penalty.
Police have said they believe Wachter was killed because he interrupted a group of thieves stealing his car's catalytic converter.
You don't hope to win, you plan, prepare, and work to win.
To rousing cheers, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz kicks off his first solo campaign stop as Kamala Harris's running mate in Southern California.
Boy, it has really been a whirlwind first week for the Democratic ticket since Harris chose Walz.
After attending a rally with one of the nation's biggest unions, the Midwesterner is now at a fundraising reception in Newport Beach, where big money is flowing there this afternoon. KTLA's Jean Kang joins us live from Newport with what looks like a celebration. Hi, Jean.
Hi, Sam and Sandra, to both of you. Well, it is a solo debut for Democratic VP nominee Tim Walz here in Southern California. And as you mentioned, he's been very busy. In fact, he's attending a huge fundraiser here in Newport Beach.
And the next Vice President of the United States, Tim Walz.
So that was earlier today. Democratic VP nominee Tim Walz in downtown LA talking to union workers as he took the stage. As Kamala Harris's running mate, he addressed the 46th annual American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees International Convention. It was a message of unity.
Well, sisters and brothers in AFSCME, first and foremost, to each and every one of you, thank you for the privilege of being able to stand with you, because I know that AFSCME stands with the American workers.
A motorcade then took Walz to a Newport Beach fundraiser where we're live at the Balboa Bay Resort. Tickets priced between $1,000 to $100,000. Event co-host attorney Wiley Aitken, a major backer for OC Democrats, says today's excitement, believe this or not, surpasses even President Barack Obama's 2008 visit to Newport Beach. Now back out here live, we know this is the first fundraiser of 5 states. Next, he's headed to Denver and then Boston. So as we mentioned, very busy here, of course, trying to make that big money for the campaign. Well, coming up new at 5 o'clock, well, we heard from both sides of the aisle, including some harsh criticism from Republicans. More on that coming up. Reporting live here in Newport Beach, Jean Kang, back to you in the studio.
Looks like a beautiful day in Newport, Jean. Thank you. The FBI has confirmed the agency is investigating an apparent hack and leak of Trump campaign documents. The former president had blamed Iran for compromising the personal email account of Trump operative Roger Stone. Microsoft was the first to alert the Trump campaign and federal authorities in June. There were also hack attempts on 3 staffers on the then Biden-Harris campaign, but investigators say there is no evidence those hacking attempts were successful.
As hundreds of thousands of students return to school now across Southern California, police are working to involve everyone. It's an effort to keep them safe. The LAPD says the threat to kids walking or riding their bikes to school increases at the start of the school year. The most dangerous points are when the kids are getting off and onto school buses. Police now urging parents, talk to your kids about some simple safety tips.